Good evening, motherfuckers and motherfuckers. It's your partner, Uncle Dolemite, and I'm about to go ISO. But I've been working on something, and I'm finna show this motherfucker right here in front of me.
I'm going to the top of the key. Clear out. Clear out.
Yeah, I'm very well versed on ISO. I got a quick first there.
This is ISO with Mike Thomas. ISO's the podcast. Mike Thomas is the man. You know what I'm talking about? It's amazing how life can bring you full circle. When I first started putting episodes of Lingo in circulation officially back in 2021, no, back in 2020, I'm sorry, met a whole lot of amazing podcasters, met a lot of amazing creators. And this individual here really just he really just jumps off the screen at you. This is an individual who embodies he embodies not only everything that a creator and a podcaster should be, but everything that a man should be as well. You know what I'm saying? Very solid brother. Very entertaining brother. You know what I'm saying? Very well spoken man. One of the most forward thinking creators that we have in our space today. I bring to you the incomparable, the one and only, Mr. Too Much Game himself, goddamn it. Uncle Dolemite. What's happening, King?
Man, what's going on with you, man? What's going on, King?
Oh man, ain't nothing, man. Rocking like a cut off stocking, man. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the facility, man.
Man,
It's a
thanks for
pleasure to
having me. I
have you.
appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, sir. 100%, man. Shit, I had to, you know what I'm saying, started off with Lingo, you know what I'm saying, broke away going ISO, had to go home spin the block, you know what I'm talking about, had to come see Uncle Dolly, you know what I'm talking about?
Man, as you should, man. I appreciate being back, man. It's been a
Yes,
cool
sir.
last minute.
Yeah, cool ass minute, man. It's been a while, you know what I'm saying, a lot of changing and rearranging. But on to this ISO thing, um, I had to start the podcast off with you because it's a lot of people who do podcasting in duos. It's a lot of people who do podcasting in groups. But when it comes to solo podcasting, to me, and I really don't care how anybody feels about this, you that dude to me. You know what I'm
Appreciate
talking
that.
about? Like you, I feel like on solo podcasting, I feel like you are Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Like you're very well rounded. You know what I'm saying? Very well structured, very well thought, very elaborate. You know what I'm talking about? Just high quality shit. You know what I'm talking about? So just to get into it, man, what are some things that you believe makes you such an effective content creator?
Um, honestly, probably church. I never really thought about
Mm,
that shit. Because if y'all listen to my show or if you listen to me talk on live, I probably don't sound like I've spent no time in church. But a lot of it is just, shit that I learned in church. Uh, like my pastor used to say, your best sermon is your lifestyle. So a lot
yes,
of
sir.
what I bring to the table content wise is just the life that I live, the shit that I wish I was told growing up. The shit that if I had a little 15-year-old brother to talk to every day, this would be the shit I'll be telling them. This is the shit that I tell my sisters when they call me asking for advice. Like the shit that when I sit there and chop it up with like my OGs and my older fellas and shit,
Yes, sir.
these be the things that we talk about. And I just put that shit in long form. Like I literally be on the phone talking to one of my older homies or one of my home girls or, one of my
Mm.
nephews or something. And it's like shit, if my nephew could use it, my listeners could use it. So I just take like a little piece of it and write that shit down. Like, all right, I'm gonna do an episode about that. I'm gonna elaborate on that and just get that shit to them.
And man, it's funny that you were speaking on that as far as writing shit down. Um, I was kicking back. I kind of fan out on people's shit sometimes. So I was, fanning out on Too Much Game, and And I was just, I study people's shits as far as to figure out what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to hooping, podcasting, being a businessman, whatever it is, you want to be a student of the game. You want to be a student of your craft. So you want to study what your peers are doing to try to grow and develop and get better. So I came across an amazing episode called Karma is Beautiful. I'm not
That's
even going. I'm not even going to tell everybody to know what I'm saying what the rest of the episode entails. You need to listen to that and check that out. But if you're an up and coming podcaster, them first 5 minutes will be clutch. I'm telling you right now, it's just, man. Don't let the reels fool you. Don't let the reels fool you. You know what I'm talking about? Because when you come across the shit that Uncle Dolemite presents to you, these are not only just reels. You know what I'm talking about? These are actually powerful messages that you can actually look back on for reference and apply that shit to your life. So, man, I really think that it's a blessing that you have such an immense talent to do that, where you can actually be entertaining and be entertaining. I'm sorry, be entertaining as well as being educational and fruitful as well.
um it's literally just to make sure I don't bore people. Probably like the episode before last, when I talked about charisma, that's pretty much what I was talking about. Like, ain't nobody gonna want to listen to you if you boring. Ain't nobody gonna
Right.
want to listen to you if you talk too slow. Ain't nobody gonna want shit, especially if you don't sound like you believe what you talking about. Like
Absolutely.
I feel like it's a lot of podcasters that just say what they think people want to hear instead of saying what they actually believe. Like, they think
Hmm.
that shit sounds cool. They think that that's what's gonna be the popular opinion, or even some people who got a quote unquote unpopular opinion. They just try to be, like, oh, let me just say this crazy shit. Hopefully I get a reaction out of people. And it's like,
Right.
I just say what I honestly feel on any topic. And I try to, throw a joke out there too, or,
Yeah.
just say something that's gonna catch motherfuckers' attention. Cause I really speak from a perspective where I'm trying to teach motherfuckers something. Like, even if it's something that you
Absolutely.
might know already, like, well, let me just reinforce it for your ass. So, that's just what I try to do with every episode. I try to make it somewhat clever, like I really write it out. I really sit there and I go over it as a listener. As a
Yeah.
podcaster, you can't not be a listener. Like, you'll never be good at this shit if you don't listen. Like, some people, you can tell, like, you watch 17 hours of TV, do all type of other shit. You probably don't even listen to no podcast. A lot of niggas, what I realized, don't even listen to their own show. And I feel like that's one of the
Mm,
biggest mistakes a lot of podcasters make. They just make the show, upload it, and then they go on about their day, month, year, and don't even realize what they said or how stupid they sound when they said it.
man.
I
Which
literally
right?
listen to
Which
my episodes 3 times at least after I do it.
and man, I'm telling you for personal reference, podcast. I don't think podcasting needs to be freestyle.
Well, some
Some
it
shit
takes
don't need to
it
be
takes
freestyle.
experience, dog. Yeah, like I honestly feel like it takes. I ain't even gonna say experience. You got to be passionate as a motherfucker about what you saying if you gonna freestyle it. Cause I have episodes
Yeah,
that I didn't write much, but it's literally like you got to be genius level in what you finna talk about before you decide to turn that microphone on without nothing written down. There's some niggas who can really go, but will your shit have meat and potatoes if you don't prepare it? It's just like
exactly.
it depends on what the dish that you serving. Some dishes is better served raw, but most dishes is better served when you put that heat to it.
That's right. 100%. And hey, if you know, you know. So let's go on to get into the shit, man. You know what I'm saying? We didn't went podcast 101 enough. Um as you know by now, the name of the podcast is called ISO. which all sports fans are aware of, is a basketball term. Um, when you hear the word ISO, what does ISO mean to Uncle Dolly?
Um, Literally, I'm finna put some work in. Like I know that the nigga standing in front of me can't fuck with me, and I'm finna
Yes, sir.
show off. Like this, y'all get out the way. I know I'm finna get to the cup. Y'all put me in front of this dude, and this dude can't fuck with me. So I'm about to show y'all what I could do. Like I know
Facts.
for a fact, I got something in store for y'all. I got something ready. Like it was cool doing the, passing to the left and passing to the right. But right now, this is my time to let y'all see the talent that I'm working with. I've been working on something, and I'm finna show this motherfucker right here in front of me.
I'm going to the top of the key. Clear out. Clear out.
Yeah, I'm very well versed on ISO. I got a quick first step. I got a nice little handle, and if I get in the
Mm.
key, it's a problem.
I mean, and that includes size advantage and all that good shit.
I don't give a fuck who's down there. It is what if I get in the key and I get both feet on the ground and I get a nice little jump. I don't give a fuck who down there.
It could
Like
be some.
literally, I'm 5'11". I'm punching it on somebody.
I'm
Not
six
now
seven.
because
Uncle
I'm
Dolly is
39
trees.
years old. But
Hell, I'm
back in the
six
day,
seven. Uncle Dolly is trees and shit down there. I can't let you finish.
man, you gonna have to knock me down. Put it this way.
Shit.
I'm
Go
gonna
to the
post a
line, bruh.
I'm gonna post a video. I'm gonna post a video on my Instagram story when we get off here, just so you can see what I'm talking about.
I would love to check that.
Yeah,
I would definitely love to check that shit.
yeah. Back in the day, like literally, like if you don't foul me, you gonna be on TV.
Oh yeah, I'm
That
gonna have to see that shit.
yeah, that used to literally be like my motto. Like if you don't knock me down, you ain't gonna want to come to the park for the next 2 weeks.
Mm, you you are gonna be lunch table conversation.
Yeah, you gotta foul me. You ain't got no choice.
Big facts. So, man, in our lifetime, we all had moments where we were either alone or felt alone. So, if you had to look back on life, what would you have to say was your ISO moment?
Um, Shit, probably like a lot of high school when I was homeless. Like times when
Mm,
I like really had to like really figure shit out. Just I've had a lot of them moments throughout my life just because, like raised by a single mother. I had a lot of siblings and shit, but I was
yeah.
always the oldest. Like I'm the oldest of four on my mom's side and the oldest of five on my dad's side. So,
Wow.
being that we didn't really have a man in the house a lot of the times, I was basically born and bred to be the man of the house. So even as like a teenager, like trying to help my mom with my
Yeah.
siblings and shit, it's like nigga, I gotta be a man, whether I got a man to show me how to be a man or not. So, pretty much just figuring out manhood as a teenager.
So, and I can definitely attest to that, man, because I also grew up in a single parent household up until I was about 14 to 15. It definitely wasn't an easy journey. Having to watch my mother do everything that she was doing and make moving mountains by herself for me and my younger brother. Um, how did having those ISO moments? How did those rough moments where you were literally going it alone? How did that shit shape and mold you?
Uh, I know it sounds corny, but shit, I feel like that shit made me what I am today. Like it made me strong. Like something that I used to read like in books and shit was, adversity is your opportunity to show what you made of.
Yes,
So it
Lord.
was always like you could either be a bitch or you could be a man. And I always chose to be a man. Like, the hardest roads always had the best testimonies. So it was always like I know this shit is fucked up, but I'm gonna have a hell of a story when I'm done with it. So as
That's
much
right.
as shit get fucked up, I would always be like, "Nigga, I gotta face this shit. I gotta fight against this shit, win, lose, or draw." Because in the hood where I'm from, it was always said that you look way better getting your ass beat than you look running. So always fight.
Amen. Facts. So, which is definitely commendable because I think that speaks to your. I think that speaks a lot to. I think that speaks a lot to your DNA as a man, to your foundation, what actually builds you, and I think it's refreshing to see somebody to see a man, a black man at that, who is not afraid to take shit head on. Why do you think that that's something that's not commonplace? Like, why do you think so many people are just so comfortable with aborting the situation as opposed to just saying, clear out, I'm finna take this shit on and I don't give a damn what happens?
Shit, not to sound misogynist, but a lot of men was raised by bitches. And I don't mean bitches meaning women. I mean bitches meaning bitch ass niggas. I mean a lot of times dudes was raised by their mother who had the best intentions in the world when she raised them,
Mm,
but she raised them thinking that what she did as being the masculine energy in his life was helping him. It really hurt him. A lot of these niggas got they mama DNA in them. A lot of these niggas move like they mama. Instead of moving like the daddy that they lacked in their life, they move like what they thought a daddy was through their mama. A lot of niggas' mama was their daddy. So they grew up thinking that acting like a woman is how they supposed to move. Like we got a lot of matriarchy in the black community, and a lot of these niggas is the daddy, but they the mama too. A lot
mm,
of these niggas want attention like a female. A lot
mm,
of these niggas want to be treated like a female. A lot of these niggas don't
mm,
mind being taken care of like a female. A lot
mm,
of these niggas want to go 50-50 on a date like they the woman. Like a lot of these niggas don't mind having the
mm,
woman taking care of shit and handling shit and making decisions for them. One thing, like I was raised by my mom, but I also had like a lot of OGs in my life.
yeah,
Like I had a lot of like strong male role models who I looked up to show me like really what a man was about. Like even, like I'm 39. I was raised in the 80s. Like even on TV, like James Evans and
yeah,
men like that, like men made it happen on TV. Like I seen TV dads making it happen. So I was
right.
always just the type to be like, nigga, as a man, you make it happen. As a man, you the leader. As a man, you make the decisions. And I feel like nowadays a lot of men done lost that.
And it's funny that you mentioned the correlation to men like James Evans on from Good Times, Uncle Phil, Fresh Prince. We had that strong black patriarch in the family, you know what I'm talking about, that we can actually gravitate to and identify with. Now we're in a space where hell, the father is damn near written out of fucking TV.
Yeah, you don't really see
Or
no
if he
black
or if he
dads
or
on
yeah.
TV.
Or if
Like,
he's written in the story or a movie, it's a fucking horror story.
yeah, he gone. He left. He got killed or some shit, some crazy shit. Like, I can't
Or
even
he's
name a
present and
current.
abusive.
Yeah, I can't even name a current black TV dad right now on TV right now.
I can't. It's lost on me.
Yeah, I'm like shit. I not nobody who I pattern my shit after anyway.
Not at all. So man, so after going through these rough moments where you had to go it alone, um, you're now at a space where you know what I'm saying you're an amazing father, uh, shedding your life and love and amazing knowledge and blessings to these beautiful children of yours. Um, where do you sit at now as far as what are some things you would tell them and advise them on facing ISO moments and facing things head on and embracing adversity as opposed to running from it?
Shit. As much as it's important to have the right people around you.
Mm-hmm.
It's great to be alone because it ain't nobody to blame. All the
Yes,
blame
sir.
fall on you and all the credit fall on you. So
Yes,
just
sir.
embrace the moments when you can be alone. Any real person don't have no problem being alone. I look at all of our favorite animals from the animal kingdom run by themselves. Bald eagles run by themselves. Chickens running packs.
Hmm.
The shark run by itself. Goldfish running schools. Like the strong could go it alone.
That's
So
right.
just always keep that in mind. Like, there's gonna be times when it's only you, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. Embrace that. Like, hold on to that.
Yeah.
Because those are the moments that you gonna be able to tell your kids and your grandkids where you was able to show how you really was built through life.
100%. That is, they can't get no realer than that right there. You know what I'm talking about? So we finna go ahead on and get into a little quick series of isolated questioning before we go in on and finish this thing up. Um, I understand you from Cali. So isolated question number three. When I come out there to visit, where we going to eat at? Where the first spot we going to eat at?
Man, it depends on what you into. Like I tell people all the time about California, like the South, y'all got barbecue, y'all got good soul food. Like up in the
Mm,
Northeast, New York and all that, they got pizza, like Italian food and shit. California, man, we got Mexican food. We got to go to a Mexican food spot. I know
I
sometimes
need
people
that.
people from Texas, like y'all kind of be like competing with us on who got the best Mexican food. So we got to go get some Mexican food so you can really see how we get down out here.
Oh yeah,
You
we
know,
definitely gonna have to see. And quiet as it's kept, I know some Texas people gonna be mad at me when they hear this shit, but it is what it is. This is not Mexican food down here. This is Tex-Mex. That is a different category. You can't even put them two. It's
and,
not the same.
and that's what I hear. Like a lot of y'all say Tex Mex, and I'm like, I haven't. I ain't gonna front. I ain't had Tex Mex shit. Like when I was in Texas, I was trying to get barbecue. I wasn't even thinking about no damn Mexican food when I was in Texas because I knew like.
That's because you was thinking right.
Yeah, I'm like, I know y'all got barbecue. And I ain't getting no other shit. I
Oh,
ain't
for
getting nothing I
sure.
can get at home. I can get tacos at home. I can get enchiladas at home. I need to see what that barbecue talking about. So the whole time I
Oh,
was in
it's
Texas, that's all
for
I was
real.
eating.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You definitely had your mind on your shit.
Yeah, I was in whatever had Texas written on it, Texas Roadhouse, whatever. I'm like, shit, where the barbecue spots at?
Yeah, you pulled right up in that bit.
Yeah, and burger stands. That's another thing we got out here. We got good ass hamburger stands. So we definitely gonna hit like some little under spots. Tams. I'm sure you probably heard it in rap songs and shit. It's a
Yeah, I
spot.
believe I heard it once or twice.
Yeah, it's a spot in it's a place. It's a city called Carson. They right next to Compton. They got a
Yeah.
couple little burger stands and shit that's real good. So
Mm,
hamburgers and Mexican food. That's all we gonna do in California because that's what
that's
we
a
do
bet.
well.
Already, that's a bet. All right, isolated question number two. The Los Angeles Lakers are going to do what?
Man, hopefully get rid of Westbrook, dog. Like he don't need to be on our team. As much as he homegrown, he
Mm,
from out here.
yeah.
That dude not no winning player. That dude is a stat chaser. Like we don't need somebody who more worried about the name on the back of the jersey more than the name on the front of the jersey. At
Mm,
the end of the day, when you get a championship, that's enough glory in itself. You don't got to score 50 points, 20 rebounds, and 15 assists. You ain't got to do that, man. If you get the ring, all your stats don't matter. A lot of players, I don't think they realize how much a ring does for your career. Like dudes be too busy trying to, point to what they did instead of pointing to what the team did. And that's why, my last episode was about that shit. Like a lot of players ain't good for certain teams because they too worried about what they do instead of, the team success. So we got an uphill battle, but long as we got the good
yeah.
core, we could do that shit.
Yeah, man. I think if y'all get healthy and just try to figure out what can actually work for y'all as a unit offensively and actually actually put some people in there that's actually gonna apply some pressure on the defensive side on the ball. Cause man,
Man, AD gonna have to realize his role and play that motherfucker. I
I'm
think,
trying to tell you,
I,
you can't do shit like it's damn near the end of June, and we hear reports about you ain't touched the basketball since April 5th. What the fuck?
yeah, man. Like AD really need to like he needs to understand that there are roles on the basketball court. Like you can't just be the man you want to be. Like you got to be the man that the team needs for you to be. A lot of
Yes,
motherfucking
sir.
players seem to not understand that concept. Like, nigga, if the team need me down on the block, I need to be down on the block. If the team needed, to get some rebounds, play some defense, block some shots, that's what I need to do. I can't do what I want to do. I got to do what the team needs for me to do.
Already. And this is not a spoiler. This is a prediction. ISO question number one before we finish up. This is a fill in the blank question. The NBA 2023 NBA MVP award winner is
I want to say LeBron, dog. I know they don't like to give it to him,
You think
but
so?
like I honestly feel like he probably was I don't know. I would say this year, just the way he played, just the way that he at least made it seem like the motherfuckers was gonna do something. Cause like me, I honestly look at the most valuable player as the most valuable player. Like a lot of times, it's like a
Yeah.
popularity contest. Cause Jokic shouldn't have won that shit. Who fuck he do? Who is he?
I I
Like
felt the same.
certain motherfuckers. It's just like I feel like it's a political award. Cause like I really feel like Embiid probably should have got it. Like certain players, I feel like whoever win it this year, it's gonna be who should have got it last year. So they might give it to Embiid on some real shit. Long as he don't get hurt, if he play like he played last year, Embiid might get it.
Yeah.
Or Luca. Cause I think Luca might get that shit too. Cause they might be on a white boy streak. So Luca might get that shit. If Dallas play like they played last year, Luca might get it too.
And I think Luka's going to be in a pretty good position to get it. You know what I'm saying? Dallas just came through with an acquisition to Christian Wood recently on the past couple of days. So it's going to be interesting what pieces they put around them to kind of be able to spread that offense around and create some better ball movement and have a more sustainable offense going into this upcoming season.
Yeah, because now that I'm saying it out loud, I think Luca probably gonna be the front runner for that shit. As much as I'm rooting for LeBron, because I'm personally a LeBron fan, and every time I
Yeah,
watch the teams that he play, I'm like, dude, this nigga is the MVP no matter what y'all say. Because
facts,
without LeBron, the Lakers is the last place team. It
man.
it wouldn't even be close. They'd be so far
Black
deep in
sauce.
last place. It wouldn't even be funny. If LeBron got injured at the beginning of the season, the Lakers gonna be in last,
It's
dead
over.
last, not even close.
No play in, nothing.
Yeah, a lot of teams can't say that. But
Hell
if I'm
no.
going off of the politics of the NBA, it's between Luca and Embiid. And I think Luca might be a little front of him. So it might be Luca if y'all ball out like y'all supposed to. Long as nobody get hurt.
100%. Well, Uncle Dolly, that's it, man. So before we close this thing out, how was your ISO experience, man?
Shit was dope. I'm looking forward to hearing you do this shit literally by yourself. Cause I know you could do this shit. So I'm waiting to hear how it sound when you just getting cracking on your shit, man. Like, we gotta do some IG lives, man. I don't ever be seeing you when we be going live and shit. We're gonna
I'm
have to
finna
get
start
you on
going.
here.
Yeah, I'm finna start going live more often, man. You know what I'm saying? I kind of enjoy that shit. I would do it more if I had more people tapping in with me. But
Yeah.
we're gonna get it together.
Yeah, it's good practice. You're gonna have to get on when we get on. We're gonna have to like start hitting you up before we start so you can get cracking with us.
Hell yeah, I'm looking
It's,
forward to it. I would
it's
love
good
that.
sparring.
I like it. I'm looking forward to it. We definitely gonna have to get that shit in motion. Well, Uncle Dolly, man, I definitely appreciate you coming through, spinning the block, man. You know what I'm saying? I wish you much continued success. Happy Father's Day to you. I appreciate you coming through. I love you. Much respect to you. And we gonna tap in real soon. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could y'all be sure to stay tapped in with the good brother, the almighty Uncle Dolemite. You did. This is
Man,
Mike
likewise,
Thomas.
man. Thanks for having me, dude.
Yes, sir. 100%, man. I look forward to doing this again sooner than later. That's Uncle
Always.
Dolly. That's that boy Uncle Dolly right there. I'm Mike Thomas, and we just went ISO. When in doubt, go ISO.
In my hand, and I be damn if any man disrespect me on my land. Intercept a nigga plans and effective ass nigga. I'm the fireman, but I wet that ass nigga. My vessel pump liquor, I'm a special ass nigga. No front, and I'm in front of these extra ass niggas.